right, just say your name for the camera.
Rob Pluhowski. Old Bridge. Front of the house. Just some ramps that me and some of the kids in the neighborhood made up. It's a street, two-way street, ramp here, ramp there, ramp down there, manual pad. There was no spots where I came from. That's a good question. Probably Valelli. Valelli was from a nearby town, and I remember I worked at a gas station. My dad had a gas station, and he came in to get gas. And I was like, holy shit, dude, like I pumped Mike Valelli's fucking gas. He had like a big Suburban. Nah, I was so fucking shy. Van Nys was the first one that was like, that sticks in my mind that really, like I was able to watch a million times. I got a copy of it from a friend. Ray Barbie's part in Van Nys. That's the part that sticks in my head. The first thing that comes to my head was a Big Brother article. Dimitri had a video clip of some shit down the stairs, that Midtown spot where you got the stairs, flat handrail. You know what spot I'm talking about? The Huff Ledge spot. Yeah, you might have it right there. Is that it? Yeah, good. Yeah, good. Yeah, yeah.
That was your first cover.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. I had a firm board right there. Yeah, somehow the video grab became a sequence. Fucking. I'm not quite sure still how I did that trick, but yeah, it happened. It worked. Yeah, a lot of these guys. Brian Smith, like he was a guy that I skated with all the time, and like he was like my partner in crime, man. He was like he was fucking sick. Fuck yeah, I was psyched, man. Of course I was psyched. Somebody gave us a fucking shot to get in a magazine. You know, they kind of gave like the bottom feeders a chance. Yeah, no, this is sick. Like what a fucking joke all this shit is. Yeah, everything's fucking rad in here. They got the Love Park thing, like Surge and fucking Jay Maldonado on the cover, right? Yeah. Comes back. Takes a little bit, it comes back. Afraid to see what you got in that box over there, man. Just going down there summertime, we would show up really early in the morning, me and my friends around the neighborhood, because we always heard like, you know, someone will take your board. Like you get robbed for your board, you get hassled. It'd be a scary experience, you know? So we would go at like 6 o'clock, get there like whatever, 7, and just get as much skating in as we possibly could before like something would happen to us. You know, Love Park back then, we didn't really stay there the whole day like we did eventually, you know what I mean, when I moved down there. It was a spot, we went there, did our thing, got our tricks in, and then, you know, moved on down the street. Didn't really hang out there all day, like half of my 20s. I mean, I remember Stevie. You know, Stevie was there, Rasul, that whole crew. I don't really remember Rick there. I think I ever caught him there visually. I always wanted to, you know, see Rick skate it, but back then, when I was a little kid, I don't think I seen him. I don't remember back then, I don't remember anybody fantastic. Yeah, but I mean, we were both, you know, we were both kids. Right. You know, Stevie wasn't the Stevie that he is now. He's just a kid skating like us. Not even sure he rode for anybody, man. Maybe, I'm not sure. It's hard to put a date on it. Right. But then there was a contest, and it was like, you know, sponsor, blah, 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 this and that, and I won a board. Like, I won first place. Yeah, I won first place. And then one of Stevie's boys, I forget his name, man. It wasn't Jason, it was like Jamal. And he came up to me, he's like, yo, that's my board. So I was like, what do you mean it's your board? And he's like, I just won it. He's like, no, that's my board. And I'm like, he's like, I deserve that. And I was like, yeah. And we just kind of moseyed off, you know, before any shit started. No, it was always cool there, though. There was a lot of hype. I mean, shit always happened, but, you know, it's like the banks, too. You know, you always had people fucking. Yeah, I volleyed the Love Gap. I had my fucking hoorah, thinking I could do something over it. Never went farther than an ollie. Fucking kickflip, probably. I couldn't fuck with that thing, man. I remember when Jeremy Ray came, that was kind of some cool shit. You know, he just 360'd it. Like, I don't remember exactly what was done down there, but I just remember the 360, like it was nothing. I wasn't there for Anthony to switch ollie it. I wasn't really there for any of that stuff. I never really got on those night missions with the generators. Didn't give a fuck about it. I just let it be. I mean, I might have been there when Reynolds fronts I flipped it too. Yeah. I don't know. I a little foggy, man. A little foggy about what I seen and what I didn't see. I never really spent that much time with Rick. He had like a cult following, people he hung out with, and then the people who kind of didn't go with the cult, he didn't really want to deal with them. The Sub-Zero video, when he grabbed that lady and he like fucking the can and stuff, I mean, that's like, I think about Rick, that's the first image comes into my head. It's him like, what the fuck are you doing? That's like Rick.
Back, just move the fuck out of my way. the fuck you do?
Should I show it to you?
What's that video called?
Element World Tour. Well, back then, AMs weren't like really part of the team. They weren't paid. Most of them weren't. They were just on the team. It wasn't like it is now where you got everyone's name on shit. It was more a band. I think Dan was just kind of a fan of mine.
Dan Wolfe.
Yeah, Wolf. Yeah, it might have been. I mean, I skated with Tim a lot, so it probably could have bounced off there. Was it through Tim? I don't know. I don't remember exactly. But it was, I think Wolf, Ricky, like, I guess I caught their eye at some point. No, Dan didn't film any of it.
Oh, really?
No, I know, that might be a lie. Some of the SF shit. I think Vern filmed a lot of this. Baby Roger, vaguely. No, I didn't even know this. It was last minute, and Dan was just like, send me as much as you could. G probably a lot of stuff with G in there too. Yeah, no, I'd probably say it's the best part I ever had. Tim's got a Vita shirt on there. I don't know, Reese, Reese always was kind of on my side. He was always trying to help me out and stuff. Yeah. You go pull out of this box. That's amazing. That's fucking amazing. I could seriously, I could blame this shoe on like my right ankle just being fucking so shitty. I mean, I've rolled my ankle in this shoe fucking a million times. Look at this thing. What the fuck were we thinking? That is amazing, man. Look at that. This is the shoe he wore. Wow. Wow. Fuck. Where did you get this from? I got some weird Vitas that never made it to like production. They used to send me samples. It's like some fucking weird pipe dream that Reese or somebody had. Like it was the weirdest shit, weirdest shoe. What do you think? Would you wear these, man? I don't fucking be caught dead wearing these things. They're terrible. Do you have the dills? No? This is the shoe. I wore a lot of this shoe, man. It's a Natas, yeah. Yeah, we went to Santa Monica a couple times, and he probably doesn't remember me. We were around, I was a little dude then, but I met him. That's fucking amazing. That is amazing that. I mean, the boards weren't even that big either. Look at that. What the fuck? Pants must have been huge, man. That's amazing. That is fucking amazing. I wish you had the deal. I'd like to see all these shoes, man. Remember Converse? I rode for Converse for a while, and they had this Channy shoe. Fucking thing was fucking hideous. It was so hideous. Yeah. Kind of the same thing. I'd like to see one of those things, man. What else you got? Your box of goodies over there. What do you want me to say about it? No, it's way too small for me. I mean, look at that thing, man. Just fucking grab it with one hand. I never was like a guy who measured the board. I kind of just eyeballed it, but no fucking way could I ride that ever. When I look at this board, I think of like 2001 Love Park. Like every kid they all had all this, workshop shit. Like Josh's had we had that whole place, workshop, habitat. I guess Deer Deck, and like it was like a kind of like a conspiracy thing, and Joe wanted Tim on, and he was like, what do you think about this? And I was like, yeah, like that sounds great, because I thought Element was kind of, it was kind of lame. It was very California, and like Workshop was like fucking the shit at the time. They had those, I believe those neon boards probably around that time. I remember always sweating the shit, like, damn, workshop stuff's nice, you know, and that's really sick. And then they hit you with that, like, we're gonna do a runoff of this. Like, it's gonna be Freddie. I think it was me, Tim, Kerry. I don't know, fucking else, Wenning. And I was like, yeah, that sounds fucking great. You know what I mean? They were gonna like pay me, which is something I never got, you know, any money for skateboarding at the time. No. No, it was never. It was like, all right, so we're gonna do a runoff of this company. This guy, Joe, who I knew what he did because he did the, you know, the videos and shit, and the 411, the industry section was really sick. And I don't know, we were always there. Like Bill, you know, had a thing going on with the workshop. Bill was getting paid to film just them. You know, it was like, yeah, like, it made sense. It made sense at the time. It was a team from dudes, a bunch of dudes from Jersey. It was kind of cool. No, they were all cool. I liked everyone on there. I don't know, you know, I don't talk to any of them right now. Let's put it that way. And if they called me, it'd be kind of weird. Danny was a super down to earth dude, but he was in California. You know what I mean? Like, I only seen him so much. Well, I think that's what they're going for. That's what I think, because it was like New Jersey. You know what I mean? And then like Kerry, and then they had Appleyard on for a little bit. And that was weird. I think they were going for like trying to reach out to the West Coast. I mean, I'm friends with all those guys. You know, Tim. Like I see Freddie every once in a while. It's the only guy I see. But yeah, I don't know. Brian. I don't know what happened. I don't know if Brian does it, but he's in Jersey still, I'm sure. Yeah, there's no hard feelings against me and these guys. I don't know. There was definitely a competition there. Like Josh, definitely that whole Sikh thing. Like that was fucking weird. And
yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, this is a better shape. That's a little more like it. This was sick when this came out, man. This was fucking, yeah. This was a rad one. I was fucking psyched for this guy, man. He fucking killed it. He was a good friend at the time, and he just like, this thing came out, and it was like every kid had this fucking board, and he deserved, you know, he killed it. He's just fucking amazing. Yeah, it was just like, you know what I mean? We just kind of did our own thing. It was cool. We worked together good. It was cool. It was, you know, we're like skate buddies. Yeah, this was a rad time right here. Because he was making fucking good money off these things, and he would spend it faster than he would fucking, check would come in. He'd like, oh, like Anthony's living downtown in Rittenhouse. He got leather couches, like every fucking DVD you could think of. It was take everyone out to eat and shit, like buy everyone beer. It was fucking sick. This was a rad time in skating. This was fucking sick. He was fucking killing it. That fucking front nose slide he did, man. That one where it was in Ohio. Thing was like this high, front nose slides it, and then comes out. I don't know why. I don't even know why, because that's definitely not one of my more favorite things of his, but it sticks in my head for some reason. And that one thing downtown in Soho, ollies up that great, ollies over the bar, then ollies over the other bar, up the hill. That was sick. There's I could now that I start thinking about it, it go on, but for some reason that front nose slide, I remember going there and be like, no one's gonna fucking touch this thing. Like, no one's gonna go near this thing. And this dude just gets out of the car with his cape on and just fucking ripped it apart. The same thing with that back 50-50 he did too, man, in Ohio. Fucking hey, that thing was, yeah, so you did some good shit, man. It's a good board. Yeah, I definitely, you know, I remember the orange top. I remember, yeah, I rode a bit of these. I think it was the purple one that I was more riding, but yeah, they feel so, every board feels so light, man. Fuck. I guess I'm used to just holding the heavier pieces of wood. He's like the fucking best dude, man. He's probably the most genuine dude I've ever met through skateboarding. Fred is Fred. I've never seen him kiss anybody's ass. I've never seen him not be Fred. He's a legit dude. I love Freddie. Freddie's a good guy. Oh, he was like a superstar. You catch him at Eatontown. I don't know if you remember Eatontown roller rink. I remember catching him there and being like, holy shit, dude. He just did the most bizarre shit. They had the spine ramp at Eatontown, and he would come off of it nollie, and he would just do like the little nollie bumps you do, and then he would hit it with a front flip. Nollie front flip, and it was just like nothing. He was so sick, man. I would love to have seen him in Love in his heytime, but never got to witness that. Like Sub-Zero days at Love, he was so elusive back then. Yeah, Freddie's fucking, he's a fucking awesome dude, man. Oh, I'm not gonna repeat that on camera. There's no way, dude. I don't want to fucking. I mean, I'm sure like he's all out there and everyone knows about it, but he's fucking seen him fuck some dirty stuff next to me, right next to me in the bed. Costa Rica. I think this lady, it might not even been a woman, just fucking right next to me in the bed, man. Just brutal, Freddie. Freddie has no fucking shame and he has no standards whatsoever. It just whatever flows, Freddie's gone with it. No, that's what makes it fucking rad though. There's no, like, he doesn't put on a persona. Like, he doesn't try to put on like this I'm somebody else, like I'm this. Like, he's just fucking Fred, man. He doesn't know how to be anything or anybody else, man. Just fucking Freddie. Yeah, he's a good dude. Like, they handed me upside down like this. Tim? Yeah. The milkman.
The milkman?
What is he, like a contest announcer now? He's fucking just milking this shit dry. Like, fucking A, man. Go get a job, Tim. I don't know. Tim's Tim, you know? Like, what are you gonna fucking Tim? Everyone knows who Tim is. He's fucking like, he's probably still working on that video part he was talking about in 2001. He's a rad dude, though. Tim's on. He's you know, it's funny because he's such a ball buster. And it's just like, I could bust that dude's balls so fucking hard right now. Just fucking rip him out and just bust them. Like, dude, you're a contest announcer? Like, you got 2 kids. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, really? Like, that's what you do? You travel around and announce contests? Like, he would fucking laugh at himself 20 years ago. He'd be like, no way, are you fucking kidding me? Like, he's a good dude, though. You know, he's a fucking Tim, you know? Fucking milkman. You know, we were friends. Like, I skated probably with Tim more than anybody on the team. Were we tight? No, I don't really think so. I don't know. Everyone at Habitat, we all got along. Everyone liked each other. I don't remember there ever being like, you know, fuck this dude type of thing, you know? Everyone was always cool. You know, Anthony's probably the only person that was pro-sponsored, whatnot, that I actually, like, hung out with besides skating, like, had a friendship outside of skating. No, man, I haven't. I haven't spoken to him in years, man. I don't know. I hope he's okay. You know, I don't know. I heard the Canadians bought it. I'm kidding. It's fucking Habitat, right? Like, it was, I don't know, it was fucking rad. You know, I mean, it was cool. You know, a lot of people think that I have like some kind of like a bad, like, I don't know, it was cool, you know, like, I wrote for him. I liked Joe's whole feel of like what a skateboard company should be and the whole image he put out there in his videos and are fucking rad. It ended fine, you know what I mean? I look at back in hindsight and it was like a fucking blessing in disguise, man. It was like, I've been wanting to do that, like, all right, pull myself away from skateboarding, go do something else. But you know how hard that is to do when like every day, all you know is skateboarding. You eat, breathe, shit skateboarding, and then it's just like, what do I go do? You know what I mean? Like, how do I make the next transition into life? And these guys kicking me off fucking made it happen. It needed to happen because I wasn't going anywhere. I knew that. All right, thanks. You know what I mean? Like, all right, that's what I needed. And I had after that, I just knew, like, I'm not gonna go try to get some bullshit sponsor and kick the bucket down or go get a board on, I don't know, fucking BMX skateboarding or something, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I knew I was done. No way, I was 27 years old. I didn't have a fucking board at 27 years old, and I had a fucking kid. It was just a wake-up call. Daughter was probably only a year old, and I, you know, it's kind of like, you know, what the fuck am I gonna do with myself? Like, what am I gonna do? You know, and I figured I'd just fucking, just sever it, end it there. You know what I mean? Just end it there. End on the highest note you could possibly end at without it being like, you being one of those dudes that's like, what the fuck? Like, what's this dude doing? Like, why? Why is he on a skateboard? I don't want to look like a tired old man. That's why I don't skateboard today. I can't do what I used to be able to do. I don't want to be that dude, you know what I mean? Just leave it where it was. Just let things fucking end on a high note. As high, well, it didn't even seem like a high note at the time. I mean, all right, so when I probably should have got a board was around like Anthony wedding area. I mean, look what I was up against. Like, those were the guys that I had to, like, all right, like, this is where the new bar's been set. You got to kind of get close to that. It's like, there's no fucking way. There's no way, like, I could, wedding, like, dude was just, like, he was so good. And then, you know, after that, it was like, what? Like, fucking white trash fucking trailer park kid comes out of a trailer park in Florida and fucking kills it. You know what I did? I'm not gonna lie, like it would be sick if I had a fucking board with my name on it, but you know, like what I really enjoyed, the biggest factor about the whole pro thing was the traveling. I remember Anthony going to Japan and shit and being like, oh man, like I want to be on that Japan trip, you know what I mean? Like I want to like go to these places. There was no money to be made. Sure, I would have got by a little more, but now that I look back at it, it's kind of like, I don't know, you know, it just seemed right. It just seems right. You know, I got out and like where I'm at now in my life is fucking, I'm fucking happy, a pig in shit. That would have just took this much longer. 32 years old, you know what I mean? Riding for, I don't know, Zoo York or something, like some fucking hokey shit. If I was to do anything with it, Habitat was where I was gonna go with it. When it was done, it was done. I don't know, you know, I look back at it and it's like, cool, like it would have been cool if I had my fucking board, you know, I would have a name on it, sure, but you know, it is what it is. So don't get me wrong, I went on some good trips. I went on some fucking great trips. But that's all, right now, I look back at it, that's all that matters. In my memory, I look back at the pictures like, damn, that Thailand trip was cool, like that trip to Japan was cool, you know, fucking Barcelona, like all that shit, I got to see all that. That is probably the more memorable than just having a board with my name on it, like whatever. I think you could print these up like fucking downtown Hoboken now and we could run something, you know, and fucking it'd be what it be. I always felt that, like you just gotta just leave it where it is, you know what I mean? Like just leave it, let it be. I don't wanna be that guy that got fat and like his kickflips are kind of shitty, they were good, you know, but they're not so good anymore. Like I just, you know, just fucking just dead and done to me. No, no word, but I want to keep them good, you know? I want to end off on a good note. Man, it's been a while since I've seen any of that shit, man.
Those Cheney shoes.
Those are the Cheney shoe. Jeez. Yeah, I don't think I landed it. If I remember correctly, this is like, G shot it. One of those things like we needed a photo real last minute to finish this, what was this, a Pennsylvania article maybe? Yeah, skating in the cold, some bullshit, like some like, just like, yeah, like we skate in the cold, like let's do something with, you know, it was cold out, but, oh, it was so sick, man. G doesn't really even get half as much credit as he probably should have. Maybe he did, I don't know, but G was probably responsible for putting a lot of us on to, like paving a way for us. Like here, look, we put you in TransWorld. All my first photos are all G TransWorld photos, you know what I mean? It was a while before I even got into another magazine. G would somehow, you know, he would shoot awesome photos and get us all in there. Like that other one you have over there. Like that's probably one of my favorite kickflip sequence, right? Back then, for like a dude who no one knew who he was, to end up in a photo issue was like pretty rad. And G on the East Coast at least, you know what I mean? And I was psyched on that. This is probably one of my most favorite things that I ever could look at and look back on and be like, damn, you know, I know how many times they did that. G would film it and then he would shoot a sequence and then he'd be like, oh, let's go film in 16. And numerous times, somehow I fucking did that trick with different shoes on, different outfit. This is probably one of my more favorite things that I've had. I was always so psyched on this when this came out. I was like, it was in, you know, it was fucking the photo, it was in the photo issue. Carlson was on the cover and it was just like, wow, like damn, like that's is a little bit bigger, you know, like it was cool. Yeah, G was the shit, man. We used to just get in the car and we just drive around Philly and just be like, all right, we'll get out here, stop here. Sometimes we wouldn't do nothing. And it was, we'd go back to his house and he put together these little edit tapes, like a little log roll, you know what I mean, the footage. And he just get us all so psyched, man. It was so sick. Yeah, I don't know. Then like other things, you know, I don't know. I guess the whole band thing, and then you know, Bill kind of came along, and like, you know, then there was like fucking 5 photographers in Philly. But G was fucking, he was the man. Fucking look at Dill, man. Holy shit. Look at that. It's so, I mean, it's in '98, man. This is like, what is it, 20? How many years ago is that? I mean, just look at this shit. It's like you can't even like look at that. What the fuck? Josh like nose blunting that ledge. I remember that. I was like, damn, like fucking hey, like. Yeah, it is sick. Yeah, it is. That's super sick.
Did you ever see it around?
I mean, when I was a little guy, I remember like he'd be at the Banks or, you know, Astor Decker or something like that, or around that area, Union Square or something. All those Supreme guys back then, we never really quite. Those guys were kind of fucking just dicks to us, and we were just like, fucking, you know, fuck you. Like, they were never kind to us. You know what I mean? I remember going in there and like, what was that guy's name that used to work there, man? The worst fucking dude. Pookie, yeah. Worst fucking dude ever. You're just like, fuck you, man. Like, you're such an asshole. Like, why? Like, I just want to borrow a skate tool. Yo, man, you keep doing that. Whatever. That shop, fucking, I hated that place, man. Always hated that place. That place sucked. I remember we used to like sneak out of my parents' house at night and then come to the city and they skated at like 2 or 3 in the morning and then show back up at home at like 5, 6 in the morning. I mean, that's probably my daughter's age. I was probably about 13 years old, 14 years old, and we would just sneak out and go to the city. Yeah, the Banks was rad though. Kick flip, of course. I think I might have did like a sketchy backside flip. I remember trying to switch heel flip it for a while. Welsh's switch tray flip, right? I mean, that's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, that does it for me, yeah. Quim, at the time, when he did that crazy nollie inward heel flip over it, that's wild, too. Yeah, I know. I think I grinded that handrail before. Me and my friend Kevin were skating back then. Lenny Kirk came up, and he had a book bag on with pots and pans all over it, and we were trying to skate the rail. We're kind of rolling up to it, thinking about it, and he just fucking put down his book bag, 50-50'd it, picked up his pots and pans and just rolled away. I think the same day, I might have grinded the rail, but that was the old one. That was when it was like an old like bar going down. It's kind of sketchy. He had pots and pans tied to his book bag, and we're just like, what the fuck is it? We all knew who he was, but we were just like, what the fuck is he doing? And he just kind of showed us how to do it, picked up his shit, and just carried on. There was really no discussion or anything. It was just like, oh, all right. I think he might have asked for like a blunt or something. Just look at the lineup in the back. I just wasn't. I just going to refresh my memory a little bit. Let me just think about the fucking video. Yeah, I mean, this was fucking Dill's like fucking real good part, right? The ending, right? Radiohead ending, the whole thing. Yeah, I mean, Dill's part was fucking the best thing in the video. The Habitat section was kind of weird. It had that weird fucking DJ music in it. Yeah, Mr. Dibs. Yeah, that was kind of, I don't know. Mr. Dibs didn't work. All I think of is that fucking fucking DJ music. All I remember about this video was Dill's part. Can't even really think of Kalis's part. It's like, whoa, that was in here? All right, yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't have a VHS player, so fucking who knows when it's been. Once in a while, some kids will like tag me in like a video that I was, you know, something like this, and I'll watch it maybe a little bit, but I don't know. I don't want to say that like I mean, skating had a huge impact on my life, but I don't know. I don't really. It's kind of like I put it over there. You know what I mean? Like I don't really get the urge to go skate anymore. That urge does not exist. I get on a board, I'm like, fuck, this thing is noisy. It's a lot of work to push it around. Like, fucking, I suck. Like, I'm fucking old feeling. Like, you know, it just doesn't do it for me. No, I don't watch it, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll watch Dill's part. I don't know. I don't get anything out of, like, watching this, you know, I don't know. Maybe if I watched, like an old reel video or something, you know, like something back then, like 96-ish era, that might do a little something for me, but I don't know, I was just too much involved in like stressing on making the shit, having something for it, that I'm kind of like, it almost ruins it for you. Yeah, too close to it, exactly. Like nonfiction or something, or like Penal Code. I watch those videos, like, dude, fucking, they get you a little excited. This shit, I don't know, it just doesn't. I knew too much of what's going on, you know, like this and that, and this guy's a dick, this dude's fucking an asshole, like this guy's a pain in the ass, like this and that, like you just know too much about it. Like this guy fucking went back with 6 different outfits, like nah, it's not gonna work, like all the fucking crying and moaning and bitching over this stuff, it just kind of takes away from being able to watch it and be like, damn, that was fucking rad. Put on another video, a Penal Code, I could watch, that's probably the one video that if it was around, I'd watch it a lot. That's a good video. Yeah, that's like probably the best video, in my opinion, that ever existed. Huff is, he was like Jesus to me. Everything the guy did. I mean, even off the board, just a good dude. He's the sickest dude, I would say, skateboarding wise, I've met. And see what he's done like afterwards, like past skating. That's been like, wow, that's fucking rad. Never ever like was like, damn, like I really liked Huff, but he kind of like, he's got a fucking crazy drinking problem. Like that never, like, you know what I mean? Like that never occurred. He's always been like sickest dude. Only person I can think of is that dude. That's it. Nobody else. Not one other fucking person that I'd be like, yeah, well, you know, this dude's a fucking clown. Like, you know, this dude just talks about himself in third person. Like, none of that shit. Love Park, you know, Philly. Dreads. Like, whoa, you got that song in my head. Like, whoa, he skated to like, whoa. Josh is, you know, I look back at it, Josh is a fucking pretty, like, I don't think we were always on the same, like, I don't know, ball pen, but I don't know, you know, look back at it, the dude was fucking, he was sick. You know what I mean? Like, he was a fucking rad skater. Like, he did his job. He took skating as a job, like, really fucking good. You know what I mean? Like, he was smart about that. Because I never really seen it as, like, a job, a career. Like, I look back at him, I'm like, that dude kind of, like, knew what the fuck he was doing. He had things thought out a little bit about what the fuck was going on. Like, the image thing and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, he was smart about that. He's a fucking smart guy. Fucking rad dude. The worst dude. Fucking Bill, man. Bill's. You know, it's the fucking funniest part about it is like Bill today. It's just like he's like this fucking superstar, fucking supreme filmer. It's just like I fucking love it. It's fucking great. That dude's gonna like write a story one day and just have like somebody can write a book after him. You know what I mean? It's just like such a weird fucking path on what that dude's done. Me and Bill filming wise, I was probably way too fucking hard to deal with to like get tricks out of. You know what I mean? Like I understand like his part of like, fuck, I don't want to film with Pluhowski. You know what I mean? Like this and that. He has a good eye. You know what I mean? He has a really, really fucking good eye for what looks good. Who? Oh, all right. I thought you were saying like a pair of pants or something. Flo Morfang. I don't know, he's like one of Kalis's pipe dream guys, man. Like, comes in from France with his fucking jogging pants on. Oh, it was terrible. Would anybody say anything else? You know what it was just people thinking that they were fucking, like, anything they touched turned to gold. And it was just like, oh, we touched that, and it just fucking rusted apart. Which is a bad idea. I don't know. I didn't even know what to say to him. Scott's a rad dude. He's another good. He's another fucking, you know, solid, sick fucking guy. I remember when I was a little kid, man. Not a little kid, but I was like just getting boards from Element. He would box up all his DC shoes. Like Dan would box up all his old DC shoes and ship them over to me. And I would get this box of like 14 pairs of DC shoes that were fucking all brand new. And I was like, dude, this is like fucking heaven. It's a fucking huge selection of DC shoes that Scott would like, because he has like OCD with like cleanliness and shit. Like he would just wear a shoe and just leave it at Dan's house, and Dan would send me all his shoes. Mosaic? This was a good video. Yeah, this was pretty sick. This was definitely, I think it was when I was involved with it, one of the better Habitat videos. I thought this was a good video. It's a good like work on Joe's end, I think. I mean, skating was rad too, but Joe really had, I think he was like just fucking fine tuning his shit when this came out, and it was good. Danny's part. For this video, I look back at it like Danny's part was the fucking part. Really good part. I know him personally, obviously. He's a complete asshole, or was, but I mean, his fucking part is amazing. I mean that in all good harm. He knows he's an asshole. I'm sure he could tell you he's an asshole. Basically, this dude, he was like the nail in the coffin. Like, oh, like fucking lay. Like, look, I gotta compete with this guy now to get a board. Like, fuck. Like he was definitely the nail in the coffin for me. Just killed it. He was like the next generation Pop Laura Wenning that could just do anything, everything. The song part, the fucking editing, like everything.
Close your eyes and look at me. For I'm deep
Capellaro's part was really good in here, am I wrong? That was like his probably fucking best part, no? The rest of them, Those in fucking Canada start to move in, huh? There you go. I don't know. You know, I mean, after I kind of fizzled out, like I didn't know where Habitat really, I didn't really pay attention. Now I see like a lot of the shit on Instagram. That's the only way I have to keep track of skateboard is Instagram. I don't know, it seems like it's kind of garbage now, doesn't it? Am I wrong about that? Is it kind of lame? Is that like the synopsis? Like it's pretty fucking shitty? It seems pretty shitty. It wasn't like this though, you know what I mean? Like, dude, it was a fucking team from like Jersey, man. That was so sick, I thought. All these dudes from Jersey, like, did that ever happen again? Can it? It had its era, had its time, place, people. It was all lined up. Stars were all hitting, and it worked. I was psyched to be a part of it. Whatever like my small role was, it was cool as shit. I enjoyed it. I was psyched that I was a part of it, and I just wanted to leave it at that, you know? Fuck it. Dog bowl. Yeah, fucking dog bowl. It was for that guy, Brokeback Mountain guy. What's his name? Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah.
You made a dog bowl?
Jake Gyllenhaal. Dog bowl. Jake Gyllenhaal.